Pagsaba Al-Kier Al-Jami. Good morning, everyone. I am Kier P Dela Calzada, your discussant today. Wa marhaban bikum fi al-Mamlakat al-Yarabiyat al-Saudiya. Welcome to Saudi Arabia. You just heard the national anthem of Saudi Arabia. So we are going to talk about the educational system of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, officially the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, is a country in Western Asia constituting the bulk of the Arabian Peninsula, with a land area of approximately 2.1 million square kilometers. Saudi Arabia is the second largest in the Arab world. It is bordered by Jordan and Iraq to the north, Kuwait to the northeast, Qatar, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates to the east, Oman to the southeast, and Yemen to the south. It is separated from Egypt and Israel by the Gulf of Aqaba. Saudi Arabia is the 14th largest country in the world, with a population approximately of 28 million. Saudi Arabia settled for roughly about 15 years, and it is the center of Islam religion from Prophet Muhammad. Forming the modern Saudi Arabia, it was in the early 18th century, religious cleric calls for return to original Islam, very unpopular opinion. Al Saud power and the influence grows. Al Saud dynasty rules the area for much of the 19th century until losing Riyadh, the capital, to the Turks. In 1902, Ibn Saud, or the later king, reclaims Riyadh, begins to unite regions, and in 1932, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was established. History of education. Primary education formally begins in the 1930s. By 1951, King Abdul Aziz has set up and publicly funded secondary school system. Ministry of Education was founded in 1954, and it operates public education institutes. The first university was established in 1957 by King's. It was named as King Saud University. Public schooling for girls begins in earnest in 1960. Ministry of Higher Education was founded in 1975. Islamic teachings, ideals have always been inseparable from all public education. In 2009, budget allocates 122 billion for new education, spending $32 billion. This is the educational ladder for Saudi Arabia. It begins in the primary school from grades 1 to 6, then intermediate school from grades 7, 8, and 9, Then the student will receive an intermediate education certificate, after which the student may proceed to grade 10, 11, or 12 under general secondary schools or vocational secondary schools, or he or she may choose to proceed to secondary teacher training institute. Under general secondary schools, he or she will proceed to general secondary education, or she will receive general secondary education certificate, or may proceed to university or girls college. Then in that way, she will have another 4 years for Bachelor of Arts, Science, Engineering, and Education, or 5 years in Bachelor Engineering, Architecture, Pharmacy, or Vet Medicine. For Bachelor of Arts, Science, Engineering, Education, he or she may proceed to higher diploma. Both of the 4-year course and the 5-year course may proceed to the masteral degree for 2 years to a university, then later on to a PhD with 3 or more years. For the secondary teacher training institute, she will receive a certificate and may proceed to junior college and will earn a diploma, then another junior college, so that she will earn a certificate. For the vocational courses, the student will have a vocational secondary education certificate and may proceed to technical colleges. He will receive a certificate, then later on may proceed to one higher technical institute and may receive a diploma. Or he or she may proceed to higher tech institute for financial and commercial sciences and may earn a diploma. So, it is a 6 plus 3 plus 3 system. Secondary education. General secondary education, technical or vocational education that includes commercial, agricultural, industrial, or business. Religious education, secondary physical education, nursing institute education. Completion typically represents the 12 year of full-time study in an educational ladder. For tertiary education, public and private university education at all levels. Technical or vocational institute education, 2 to 3 year certificates. Institute of Public Administration, 2 to 3 year certificate. Military education, 3 to 4 year diploma. Teacher training, 1 to 4 years, depending on level. Nursing education, 2 to 3 years of education. So for military education, certain Saudi universities admit to graduate programs. Some award transfer credit and some do not recognize this at all. For higher education, this is how they are, or this is the grading system. So percent, 90 to 100, that's letter A. For 5-point scale, that's 4.0 to 5.0 as the highest. For 4-point scale, 3.6 to 4.0 as the highest. And the translation is excellent. 80 to 89, that's B. 3.0 to 3.9, 2.6 to 3.59. The translation is very good. 70 to 79, C. 2.0, 2.9, 1.6, 2.59, then it is good. 60 to 69, D. 1.0 to 1.9, 1.0 to 1.59, pass or weak. And 0 to 59, F. 0 to 0.9, 0 to 0.99, and that is a failing remark. Most transcripts list the grading scale used. In most cases, the remark is used for average scores, not individual course scores. In graduate programs, the minimum passing score is usually 70%. This is the Arabic alphabet. Select Arabic glossary. For education, we have ministry, university, examination, secondary, the bachelor's degree, the doctorate or PhD, and so on and so forth. This is the Arabic numbers. Or these are the Arabic numbers. The Educational Oversight, Ministry of Education, General Organization of Technical Education and Vocational Training, now replaced by Technical and Vocational Training Corporation, Ministry of Civil Service, Ministry of Defense and Aviation, Ministry of Health, and the Saudi Commission for Health Specialties, Ministry of Higher Education, and Royal Commission for Jubail and Yanbu. Higher Secondary Education. So the final +3 in the 6+3+3 system, 3 years representing grades 10 to 12. Student must complete about 7 units of general education. Student must complete 8 units in a field of specialization, and student must complete about 2 units of electives. For the upper secondary, first year, general, second and third years, scientific or literary track, business track for males, technical track such as vocational, commercial, and agriculture. So these are the secondary school hours of study. The Ministry of Education oversees preschool, secondary education, and teacher training in Saudi Arabia. For secondary grading, the percentage 90 to 100 is excellent, and the equivalent is A, 75 to 89, very good, B, 60 to 74, good, or C, 50 to 59, pass, or D, and 0 to 49, fail, F. The following are secondary documents. This is the certificate. Their school card. General secondary education transcript. Tertiary education, university education all levels, technical or vocational institute education 2 to 3 year certificates, Institute of Public Administration 2 to 3 year certificate, military education 3 to 4 year diploma, teacher training 1 to 4 years depending on level, and nursing education 2 to 3 years of education. Document format. University grading is through grade point value. So 4.5 to 5.0 is excellent, 4.0, 4.4 very good, 3.5 to 3.9 good, 0 or 3 flat to 3.4 pass, and less than 3 is failed. The grading system for teacher training and girls' colleges. And this is their graduation certificate. TOR, the transcript. Graduation document. Graduation certificate for bachelor's degree. Another graduation certificate for Military College of Health Sciences. Student transcript. So these are the resources for the slides that I have presented. Shukran lakum jamian yala alaistimai. Or thank you very much for listening. Good day. Shukran lakum jamian yala alaistimai.